Greetings, my name is Cara Martin. I'm the author of Workship, How to Use Your Work to Worship God, and welcome to this next in a series of chapter outlines from the book. We're currently working through section 2, a series that's on spiritual disciplines that we can practice in the workplace. Last time we talked about holy working, and this time we're going to talk about gospel working. Now, gospel working is word-centered, and it's about commending the gospel, the good news about Jesus in our workplace. It's probably the thing we think about most when we think about bringing our faith to work. Gospel working is also aligned with what Jesus said when he told us in the Sermon on the Mount, Matthew 5, to be salt of the earth and light. Now, when he is talking about salt, he's talking about being preservative, being able to preserve what is good in our culture. And he's also talking about enhancing flavour, making our workplace more flavourful, if you like. And when he's talking about being light, he's talking about lighting up dark places that might be in our workplace. Now, Jesus, of course, described himself as the light of the world. So when he asks us to be light, he's actually saying that we should reflect his light in our workplaces. So what does it mean to do gospel working in our workplaces? What are some of the behaviours? Well, I think it's about defending the truth, whatever that truth is. I think it is also about actually bringing biblical truth to the workplace. We can do this in different ways. I know of a consultant who looks at Genesis 1 and the way that God created the earth, and he uses that as a template for talking about design in his consulting. So he talks about separating things and then building out the frameworks of things and then filling them in. I also met someone a couple of weeks ago who has done this thing where she wrote out some proverbs and stuck them up, and her manager saw them and he said, "Wow, they're fantastic." So he actually asked her if he could take them and put them up in the boardroom. So here we have, in this workplace, in the boardroom, the words of the Bible, of truth. When he asked her where she got them from, she said they were from an ancient sacred text, and he was really impressed. So how can we actually use the words of the Bible and utilize them in our working? Now, of course, gospel working is about actually proclaiming the gospel in some way. That can be in word, but it should always be in the way we conduct ourselves and our actions. And it may be that we are better enabled to do this if we meet up with other Christians. So how can we find some other Christians in our workplace that we might pray with them or read the Bible together with them? So what about you? What opportunities do you have to do any of these aspects of gospel working in your workplace? How can you commend Jesus, the good news of Jesus, to others?